sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta say thank y'all and tap in with Big Print Champs. Make sure you get all your merchandise needs. We just dropped the Philly State Proper DT shirt via Print Champs. You guys asked for it. I said y'all was gonna pick the next one. Very limited supply, so make sure you guys grab your shirts. I would do it as fast as possible, actually, before the 1st. If you're gonna put in the order, do it before the 1st of November so you can ensure you get your shirt at a real crispy time, man. And make sure you use code BULLY10 at checkout. Yes, sir. We got a lot of stuff to talk about pertaining to our Philadelphia Eagles. And, overall, it's just a really good time to be a Philadelphia Eagle. Your team is making moves. Your team is making the necessary adjustments. Something crazy is going on with the chat. I can't see them at all. They all seem to be jumbled up. I don't know what that's about. But, yeah, man, it's just a great time, a great blessed time to be a Philadelphia Eagle, actually, man. And with the way that things have gone this season so far, I can already tell that this one is shaping up to being a special one. Let's address the elephant in the room. Let's talk about Howie Roseman and how Howie Roseman continues to acquire talent at a clip that we're not used to seeing in the National Football League. Howie Roseman, when you think about the top 15 guys on the Philadelphia Eagles roster, Howie Roseman had some hand in getting them there. You know what I mean? If you start naming names on this roster, these guys are elite. Darius Slay, one of the top cornerbacks in the league. James Bradbury was just an all-pro. Hassan Reddick is elite. You know what I mean? Fletcher Cox is still elite for his position. Jordan Davis is elite. Jalen Carter, these are elite players at their position. You know what I mean? Kevin Byard is elite. A.J. Brown, elite. Devontae Smith is elite. You know what I mean? These are elite players. Jalen Hurts, elite. And Howie Roseman has made sure he's done the necessary work to get these type of players in the building. And with that being said, when you got a reputation like that, nothing is above getting the job done. If you are a guy like Howie Roseman, Sports Illustrated just recently mocked Patrick Surtain, lockdown cornerback from the Denver Broncos to the Philadelphia Eagles. Do I see it happening? Is it a must-make move? I don't think so. I think your roster is good enough to win a Super Bowl as is right now. I don't think it's an overkill move, but with acquiring a guy like Patrick Surtain, you got to understand that is going to require, some draft picks being given up, and you're going to have to pay for the services of that man because he's looking for it to be extended here pretty soon. So that means the tenure will be cut short of guys like Bradbury or guys like Slay. That also means that, you probably have to package in a player for a trade of that magnitude. So, I'm not willing to give up, I'm not willing to give you Eli Ricks and 2 first picks. I'm not willing to do that because I think Eli Ricks also can be special. You know what I'm saying? I'm not willing to give you Bradbury head up and 2 first-round picks. I'm not willing to do that because I know Bradbury does a very serviceable job on his side of the field. We know what Bradbury can bring to the table. So you know what I mean? If you're talking about, I don't see Howie Roseman giving up a first anyway. You know what I mean? For anybody, that's not how we move. We don't give up those type of picks. Because we know how to draft. We value our picks, as Philadelphia Eagles, as a front office. So I don't see how we taking into that direction. But, just to hear the reports, the multitude of reports say that, Howie Roseman isn't reportedly done is just exciting. It's just very exciting if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan. You know what I mean? It's very exciting to hear that, to be quite honest. You know what I'm saying? Some Jalen Hurts news. Jalen Hurts is inching towards breaking the rushing touchdown record of Cam Newton. You know what I mean? For most rushing touchdowns after 4 seasons. I think he's only 1 behind. He needs 2 more to pass him. That record will be broke this year. Jalen Hurts has publicly all week come out and talk about the turnover situation and how he knows he got to get that cleaned up. You know what I mean? He also, told the media, like, listen, man, our numbers are the same. Our stats are the same. The only thing that's different is the turnovers. You know what I mean? The wins, damn near the same. The only thing that's different is the turnovers, and that's something that I got to clean up. Jalen Hurts not never going to be one of them guys that's going to shy away from the responsibility of getting better. You know what I mean? He's never going to be one of those guys. So, we got a responsibility to understand that who our quarterback is. We also have a responsibility to keep in mind that our quarterback is not going to dwell or get down on himself. And we also got a responsibility to understand that, Jalen Hurts has earned a pass in certain situations. He's earned a pass. I know this might be hard to believe or hard to think about for Dallas Cowboys fans, but the pass was earned. It wasn't given. A lot of Dallas Cowboys fans right now are running around here, and content creators are running around here with the notion or the narrative that the Philadelphia Eagles are being coddled by the media. Well, we had to earn that. If you want that, cool. We had to earn that, though. We had to earn to be talked about like the Chiefs. We had to earn to be talked about as contenders all year. We had to earn that spot. Nobody talked about us like that. We had to go show people who we were. So, you know what I mean? If you don't like how things are going, you got to change something. And my GM went out there and made a bunch of changes. Now, when people talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, it's the proper respect put on our name. And I love it. I love it because I know it wasn't given to us. I knew it was earned. We got to respect the hard way. We got to respect the hard way. We don't have an era of the 90s that we can keep leaning on and saying we was this, we was that. We don't have that over here in Philly, man. We had to earn everything that was thrown at us in terms of respect. And, guys recognize that around the NFL. And this is why a lot of guys want to be Philadelphia Eagles, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, you get Julio Jones, you get Kevin Byard. This is why the Philadelphia Eagles will continue to, be an attractive destination because of the standard that we set. You know what I mean? For free agents and guys that's looking to, chase something special. So, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for, acquiring more talent. If we ain't done, we ain't done. Get as much talent as you possibly can. As much talent as you possibly can. Now, we're going to go see the Washington Commanders. We're going to go see the Washington Commanders this week. And I firmly believe that this is a trap game. I firmly believe that this is a trap game. You know what I mean? You should win this game, but this is a trap game. The product that the Washington Commanders have been putting on the field, that's all we got to talk about, man. We're not here to bash these guys. The product that's been put on the field by the Washington Commanders is not up to standard of contendership. They're not really nobody we should be worrying about. My guy, Coach Huck, thank you for the super chat. He said if we get Surtain, we turn it into the Warriors. I can see that happening, man, but it's a real possibility, man. They've really been talking about it. It's a real possibility. So, when I look at the Washington Commanders, the first thing, that comes to mind is, well, how do you beat the Washington Commanders right now? You know what I mean? What do you do to knock the Washington Commanders off of the square that they already knocked themselves off? You got to be physical with the Washington Commanders. You know what I mean? I don't really see the Philadelphia Eagles taking the same game plan that the New York Giants took, you know what I mean, with Wink Martindale and the way that he just blitzes relentlessly. That's not the Philadelphia Eagles' MO. The Philadelphia Eagles, we are a scheme-based defense, but we can adjust really, really well. I think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to come out there and they're going to take away what the Commanders like to do. They're not going to force their hand. They're not going to force pressure. We're simply going to take away what the Commanders like to do. The Commanders run a lot of offense out of they run a lot of offense out of the shotgun. They're not really under center as much. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders are they don't know who they are, in my opinion. They know they don't want to throw the ball 40 times with Sam Howell, but they do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Commanders are running a style of offense, in my opinion, that is suited for the Kings. They don't have a king at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They got somebody that's learning the system. I think Eric Bieniemy is implementing a system that Sam Howell simply can't handle in terms of playing from shotgun, playing from a passing posture. That's not a template that you can run with Sam Howell right now because Sam Howell holds on to the ball too long. Sam Howell's been sacked 40 times this year. You know what I mean? 40 times this year. Coach Huck, man, I don't think I can see. Coach Huck, thank you for the super chat. He said we need to run the ball on offense. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that wholeheartedly. Running the ball on offense can bring some wear and tear on this team for sure. But, last time we saw them, A.J. Brown feasted. Emmanuel Forbes has been benched ever since. And, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. So there's multiple ways you could beat this team, but I'm just here to tell y'all this. It's not going to be as close as it was last time. You know what I mean? Tap in with Philly Sports Trips. If you want to go out there to the tailgate, I'm going to be around. You know what I'm saying? The DC area. I'm telling you, man, go just tap in with Philly Sports Trips. If the link ain't in the description of this video, I'm going to put it in there. If you're in the DC area, tap into this tailgate and you see for yourself how many Eagles fans going to be there. See for yourself why we should be comfortable with this game. This is one of our vacation homes. This is a vacation home for us, man. This is a vacation home for us. We ain't never on the road. We never on the road. It's no coincidence why Jalen Hurts is as good as he is on the road, because we got one of the most passionate fan bases that follow the team. This is a vacation house for us. You know what I mean? Hey, I appreciate the super chat, Mr. Reg. I don't know why I can't see them joints, man. It's getting crazy. I think it's like some type of glitch with Twitter. Devontae Jones, thank you for the super chat. You going to the game? I'm gonna be around. You know what I mean? And you know, they just not built for they just not built for this type of game, man. They're not built for this type of game, man. A lot of things can happen, man. We could smoke them, get Ron Rivera fired. You know what I'm saying? We could put Sam Howell under duress, pressure on Sam Howell, make him hold on to the ball, force him into some bad throws. People don't understand the X factor that is Kevin Byard. People do not understand what was just acquired for real. So if you want to judge this game, Commanders fan, off of what you were able to accomplish in the passing game last week, a couple weeks ago, Kevin Byard wasn't there. If anybody got off on us in the passing game, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Byard wasn't there. I want to see it happen now. Y'all don't know what we just acquired. I think it's going a little too much under the radar because a lot of people don't understand who Kevin Byard is because he came from a small market. Don't let these people fool you, man. I'm telling you, Kevin Byard is top 7, top 5 at the position. Do not let these people fool you. If you thought Gardner Johnson was good, Kevin Byard is different. Kevin Byard is special at the position. Special at the position. You're talking about a ball hawk. You're talking about an enforcer. You're talking about a leader. You're talking about a guy who modeled his game after Brian Dawkins, an all-pro. He's everything at the position. Can cover running backs, can cover safeties, even some wide receivers on the goal line. He's everything at the position. Everything at the position. Arguably better than Budda Baker. This is how good this dude is, man. This is how good this guy is. Got the size, the athleticism. Got it all, man. Got it all. You cannot sleep on this acquisition. I don't think a lot of y'all scared enough. I think the NFL is about to get the first taste of it. The first taste of it. The first taste of it. If you think we about to lose on Kevin Byard night, you tripping. You are tripping. These trades happen at the right time. He only coming to play. He only gonna play to get his feet wet for the week after this. Now I'm not looking past the Commanders at all. But I am extremely confident in our chances. Look at what you just saw the Commanders do against the New York Giants. The Commanders really can't block pressure, man. The Giants came into that game 5 sacks on the season. You know what I mean? Left the game with 11 sacks. You do the math. They came into the season with 5 sacks total. Left the game with 11 sacks. I'm just saying, man. That offensive line, I don't think it's going to be able to hold up to this pressure, man. The defense is gelling at a beautiful time. At a beautiful time, the defense is gelling. And, you know, what you did to the Miami Dolphins, that got to be the defensive performance of the year, man. So far, that's the defensive performance of the year. What happened to the Miami Dolphins? A historic offense, first in all categories, held that offense to 10 points. That's the defensive performance of the year. Because everybody was talking about how these guys is running Olympic speed. They got shut down when they came to see the Philadelphia Eagles. The thing is, when already good teams step up their level of aggression, or match the opponent that they think is supposed to come in, it gets scary. It gets scary. We always play up to the competition. Every single weekend we play up to the competition. If you say you a dog, well, then we going to show you that we dogs. We love them type of matchups. That's why when they talk about the strength of the schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles moving forward, I get real confused because oh, y'all got the 49ers, y'all got the Bills, y'all got the Cowboys. They all got the Eagles. And ain't none of them physical enough to handle the type of physicality that we bring each and every Sunday. This might be the most physical Eagles roster of all time. The most physical Eagles roster of all time. And your patent play is a QB sneak. Come on, it don't get no more physical than that. It doesn't get no more physical than that. And then, you know, they get it confused. They when you talk about physical teams, you think we just a running ground and pound team. No, AJ Brown is if AJ Brown get another 125 yards, he breaks Megatron's record. He breaks Megatron's record. You know what I'm saying? He breaks Megatron's record. So, you know, it's not what a lot of people think, man, playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know. Like, you got so many guys hoping. So many guys hoping. So many guys wishing that this will be the week the Eagles lose so other guys can get closer and closer to the rankings. Well, all they got to do is worry about finishing their food. We're going to see a lot of y'all soon. A lot of questions will be answered. Just like I said against the Miami Dolphins, the questions will be answered. The questions will be answered. Let's just go see out there what happened. We don't have no questions to be answered by the Commanders. We know we know the work that we know the pressure we put Commanders under. We know what we bring to the table. So running the ball, being physical, getting after Sam Howell, continuing to get the ball to your playmakers, and this game should be an easy game. This game should be an easy game for the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not even going to lie. And it's not me taking these dudes lightly. It's like, man, after losing to the Giants and you got players in the media visibly upset, I saw you lost to the Bears. I mean, why should I ever be afraid? Paul Brown, thank you for the super chat. LB, you called the Miami game. What you think about the Commanders game? I think the Eagles going to win this game plus 14. Eagles going to win this game by 2 touchdowns or more. You know what I mean? By 2 touchdowns or more. That's a blowout in NFL standards, I think. By 2 touchdowns or more, possibly plus 17. But I'm going to go plus 14. The Philadelphia Eagles going to win this game. I think we're going to start off hot. They're going to have to play catch up. And then that's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. This defense might give up 13 points this week. They might get this defense giving up under 20. I don't got the Commanders scoring over 20. I think this defense is charged up now. Hassan Reddick is ready to go. Jordan Davis is having an all-pro season, man. An all-pro season. Jordan Davis is having it. Jalen Carter is having an all-pro season. Fletcher Cox is having an all-pro season. Slay season is getting better and better as this thing go on. The linebacking core, all of a sudden, everybody's good. The things that Nicholas Morrow was doing, you know what I mean, with limited snaps, Nakobe Dean seems to be looking good. Cunningham, brilliant run stuffer. And you add Byard to this. Reed Blankenship practice. So now we about to get the first look at the Reed Blankenship, Kevin Byard duo. That could be the safety. That could be the safety room for a few years. For a few years, that could be the safety room. 2 or 3 years, that could be what we looking at. You know what I'm saying? So many moving pieces. Eli Ricks is emerging. Milton Williams is a critical part to this defensive line in the rotation. Josh Sweat. Don't Josh Sweat got like 5 sacks? Quietly, too. So I just think the defensive physicality of the Philadelphia Eagles, I just think what the Philadelphia Eagles bring to the table, I just think who the Philadelphia Eagles believe they are will all contribute into the Philadelphia Eagles getting the win. Plus 14 this week. Plus 14. Plus 14. The Commanders going to shake in the bag a little bit. The bag going to shake a little bit. They already in the bag, though. You see what I'm saying? The bag is going to shake a little bit, but they already going to be in the bag. My guy D-Lo, Bradbury losing a step, though, not going to lie. I mean, I don't think Bradbury losing a step. If you want to talk about the Tyreek Hill play, I think the Tyreek Hill play was more of Edmonds not being where he was supposed to be, which is what ultimately got Evans packed up in to the Titans. You know what I mean? And you know, we're not going to say that was the mistake that got Edmonds out of here. Edmonds has been playing a little shaky to me for a while. He's just always been, you know, the most available guy we had in the safety room, so we got the most tape on him. You know what I mean? I feel like Edmonds should have seized this opportunity if you want to be for real. A lot of guys play better than Edmonds when they on the field. A lot of guys do. So, yeah, I can't blame it on Bradbury yet. Chizo, thank you for the super chat. He said, Commanders always play us well. When we at home, we play better at FedEx. You already know. Hi, Don, what's up? Yo, what's up, LB? Super chat with the super friends last night. I said we're going to take over FedEx Field. Louis took my chat off. Be there Sunday. Go Birds. You already know. Yo, I'm trying to give out 2 free passes to this tailgate on Sunday. I'm trying to give out 2 free passes to this tailgate on Sunday, man. I'm going to put the link to the description. Yo, I'm telling you, you got to get to this tailgate, man. Philly Sports Trips has amazing tailgates. I've been to the Washington one. This will be my second time. This is why I'm vouching for this, man. Everything free. You know what I mean? Everything free. All your food, all your drinks. I'm going to send you the link. They be having clam mussels, hot dogs, all type of stuff, bro. You just walk up to a vendor, I'm thirsty. Because you already paid to get in. This tailgate is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Starts from like 9:30, ending at 12:30. You know what I'm saying? By the time the games start, you're going to walk to the game with thousands of Eagles fans. All that green going to be on. It's just going to be a movie, man. You don't want to miss it. You definitely do not want to miss it, man. But, you know, I'm ready for the game, though. I'm ready for the game. My defensive keys for the game, definitely you want to get pressure on Sam Howell. You want to get to Sam Howell. You know what I mean? The opportunities to get to Sam Howell will be there. He broke a lot of tackles the first game. I don't think that's happening this year. You always want to stop the run, make teams one-dimensional. Like, we got a pretty solid formula. I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles aggressive in pass defense this game to let them know early that y'all just not going to run routes around. This is not the same Philadelphia Eagles team. I want to see some press man. I want to see players being taken out of the game. I want to see the Philadelphia Eagles really wreaking havoc this week on the defensive side of the ball. It's a number of ways we can do this. I think this team is on the ropes, and it's our duty to knock them out. On the offensive side of the ball, I want to see us be a little patient. You know what I mean? I want to see us lean on the run a little bit. I want to see us wear these guys down. I want to see us pick our shots. I don't want to see us being too aggressive in the pass game this week. That's just me, though. You know what I mean? That's just me. Because I want Jalen Hurts as healthy as possible for the Cowboys week. Again, not looking past these guys, but I want Jalen Hurts as healthy as possible for Cowboys week. Paul Brown, thank you for the super chat. LB, Jordan Davis is now developing a pass rush, and we already know he's a beast against the run. He's turned into an all-pro in the second season, and people was calling him a bust. Yeah, the people that was calling Jordan Davis a bust, or people that was saying things like Mozzie Smith is going to be better than Jalen Carter, those are the people that's not happy with the way that their team's drafted. That's as simple as that, man. Because come on, man. A person with no eyes can see that Jalen Carter was going to be him. A person with no eyes can see that he was him. A walking HIM. You know what I mean? So I just don't get where people be coming from with this stuff, though. You know what I mean? It's not our job to let people know how good the Eagles are. The record speaks for itself. You know what I mean? We can't fight ignorance all offseason, man. You know, and I feel sorry for Micah Parsons. Because all Micah Parsons did was keep it real when he said the Philadelphia Eagles was the best team in the National Football League. But what Micah Parsons didn't do was include his own team in it. He put teams like the Browns, you know what I'm saying, in his top 5. And you know, and I appreciate why he put the Browns there, because he likes the way the Browns are playing defense. Remember, this is a defensive guy. So I understood why the Browns was there. I just don't understand why the Dallas Cowboys wasn't there and why the Kansas City Chiefs wasn't there. So you know what I mean? It's a big debate about whether if athletes should be doing podcasts during the season. I mean, I don't have a problem with it because I look at Slay podcasts, I look at Kelsey podcasts, and I don't see nothing going on wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it. They always show respect to the opponents, but they don't do too much. You know what I mean? They don't run down the whole roster and talk about every good player. You know what I mean? They show a lot of respect to the opponents. You know what I'm saying? They show a lot of respect to the game, and they just doing it the right way. I think Micah Parsons has no filter, and they knew that this would be a controversial thing by having a guy like Micah Parsons who has no filter have his own podcast. But if the man feel the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the league, I can't say I disagree with him. So, you know, I just wouldn't have said it. But, you know, to each his own. To each his own for sure. You know what I'm saying? To each his own for sure. It's crazy, man, how the comments are just bundled up. The only ones I can see are super chats. That just sucks. Because y'all know this is like an interactive thing. Definitely like an interactive thing. Did y'all tap into the Super Friends last night? The NFC East Super Friends live stream. Go over there and sub to the Super Friends channel. First of all, make sure if you're watching this right now, make sure you subscribe because I am on the road to 30,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to achieve that milestone. You know what I mean? We're going to get there. We're going to slow walk it. You know how we do. But, you know, it was a lot of stuff being talked about in the Super Friends in the Super Friends live stream. Me, myself, Bad Dog, Louis T, Law Nation. You know, we had a discussion. It was a lot of excuses was being made. You know what I mean? On the behalf of, you know, officiating versus the Dolphins and all of this other stuff. But, you know, you got to start. We're going to start asking the obvious questions when we run into these division games. Was officiating bad when we played y'all? Why you worrying about what happened against the Dolphins? The officiating wasn't bad when we played the Commanders. Y'all ain't get it done. You know what I'm saying? The officiating, I'm pretty sure the officiating won't be bad against the Cowboys. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's one of the worst excuses in football to me is the ref. Come on, man. It's blown calls every week. The ref. They missed this, they missed that, they missed this. Every week you could turn on the film and see it from every franchise that a missed call happened in that game. You know what I mean? Every week. And the running narrative is that the Philadelphia Eagles didn't get called for one penalty. We did. We got called for two. But at the same time, the Dolphins committed a penalty, so it was offsetting penalties. What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do? I don't care how it got done. I don't care how nobody feel about the win. We went out there and handled our business. That should just be the only thing. The better team won. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, the excuses for our success are bothersome sometimes. But at the end of the day, this is what comes with being great. Remember how everybody used to say that the refs was cheating for the Patriots? Everybody would say that. Oh, the Patriots some cheaters. That's why nobody couldn't stand the Patriots. That's what come with being great. They just don't accept the fact that you're great. They make excuses for it. They make excuses for it. And these are the lessons that you only could be taught by winning. Only winning can teach you this lesson. You know what I mean? That's just the facts. Only winning can teach you this lesson right here. That is obstacles and it's challenges that come with winning in the National Football League. The Dallas Cowboys, they don't know what that feel like. They don't know what it feels like to be punished for being good. They don't know what it feels like. The Commanders have no idea what it feels like. They don't know what it feels like. The Giants have no idea what it feels like. With great power comes great responsibility, though. If you good, everybody giving you your best shot every week. That's how stuff like the Jets happen. You know what I'm saying? Everybody make excuses for why you eating. They try to make excuse for why Jalen Hurts is so successful this year. The excuse is because A.J. Brown. Who throwing him the ball? Who throwing him the ball? There's only two quarterbacks that threw for 120, that threw to a guy and got him 125 yards in 5 straight games in NFL history. Stafford, who was in the Super Bowl, Jalen Hurts, who was in the Super Bowl, Megatron and A.J. Brown. There's only 2 quarterbacks that done something like that. You know how locked in you have to be with your number 1 wide receiver to know exactly when to throw him the ball so he can eat every single week. You know how locked in you got to be? That takes 2 to have them type of numbers, man. It definitely takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 to tango in a situation like that. You know what I mean? Chemistry with your number 1 wide receiver, that is hours and hours and hours of preparation. That's hours and hours and hours of throwing to this guy. Hours and hours and hours were spent. And that's why you get this type of display of excellence on the field every Sunday for the last 5 weeks. If guys want to have that type of cohesion with their wide receiver, I suggest they get in the lab like A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts did. Get in the lab and get to know your guy. Get in the lab. You want CeeDee Lamb and McLaurin to be targeted like that? Tell your quarterback to get in the lab with him. Get in the lab with him. It's as simple as that because I see A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts in the lab. I see how Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams used to be in the lab. Get in the lab. Simple as that. Get in the lab. Or go on TV and say, I want the ball. But when you get the ball, do something with it. Only seen 2 wide receivers who got the chest to do that. A.J. Brown ain't pretty much go say it. A.J. Brown, you seen a little dispute. Next to you know A.J. Brown was getting the pill every day and doing what he was supposed to do with it. Jamar Chase, I'm always open. He start getting the ball every play. Every play. There's no point of wanting a dog if you don't want your dog to eat. Stop telling me these dudes dogs if they don't eat. Dogs get the ball, man. Dogs get the ball. That's all I'm saying. Dogs will find a way to get the ball. You got good wide receivers, then you got dogs, man. A.J. Brown is a dog from a different breed. He gonna get the ball. And this is the thing, man. I'm a Devontae Smith fan. I can't stress this enough, y'all. I am a real Devontae Smith fan. But I don't give a damn who on the other side. If a dude is getting you $125 consistently 5 straight weeks, I want to see if I can get him to do it 6 times. I want to see if I can get him to do it 6 times. You got to feed your dogs. You got to feed dogs. Hungry dogs run faster. And I feel like A.J. Brown, he feels like he needs to be fed more. He wants more. I don't think he's satisfied. I don't think he's satisfied. So, you know what I mean? That's just how that go, bro. That's just how that go, man. If a dude is hot like that, you got to just give him the ball. I don't care who don't get the ball. Until somebody can stop A.J. Brown or somebody can run a game plan and make us go away from him, okay, that be that. But as of right now, I don't care who don't get the ball, man. This A.J. Brown is an MVP candidate right now. A.J. Brown is having a historical season. If A.J. Brown get 125 yards again, this is probably a top. This will be shaping out to be probably like a top 10 season by a wide receiver for sure. A top 10 season by a wide receiver for sure if he break Megatron record. For sure. For sure. If he do it again, he having a better season than Tyreek Hill. If AJ do it again, he having a better season than Tyreek Hill. On everything. If he break Megatron record, he's officially having a better season than Tyreek Hill. That's how good of a season A.J. Brown is having. People have had yards before like Tyreek Hill. But to be consistent, because Tyreek Hill ain't have a bean against the Eagles. To consistently say I cannot be stopped week in and week out, it's never been done. It's never been done. Tyreek will cook a team for a 200 piece. Then might go a little quiet. He'd cook a team for that. A.J. cooking everybody. And A.J. just had his first 10-target game. So A.J. taking 7 catches for like $125, damn near 5 games in a row. I'm just saying, man, you got to respect that type of stuff. You got to respect that type of stuff. A.J. Brown is a legitimate MVP candidate. If you're going to have Tyreek Hill in MVP conversations and Christian McCaffrey, A.J. Brown should be up there. A.J. Brown should be up there. He should be up there. You know what I mean? That's that on that, man. I want y'all to enjoy the rest of y'all day. I got a little bit of work to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to sneak in a little bit of lunch. I got a little bit of work to do, man. We definitely gonna tap in. More content coming. You know what I'm saying? PhillySportsTrips.com. I'm about to put the link to the description in this video. I'm gonna put the link all over the place in a second, man. Y'all gotta pop out to these tailgates. They be legendary, man. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Love y'all, man. Have a good Thursday.